already we've won 5 major states, and it looks like we could win 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
Welcome back to Luce Talk. I'm here in Washington, D.C., in front of the very hard-to-miss upcoming Trump Hotel, which is housed in the old post office building, which he's renovating and which is due to open later in 2016. It's just within half a mile of the White House. In fact, it's within view of the very same building that he hopes to occupy if he wins the presidential election in November. Now, this week on Super Tuesday, the first of 2 Super Tuesdays, Donald Trump advanced a long way down the path towards the Republican nomination. The hostile takeover, if you like, of the Republican Party is well on course. In fact, it looks increasingly probable.
We're going to make America great again, folks. We're going to make it great again.
So who is it that's supporting Trump? Who is behind this so-called populist insurgency? And how does it make the Republican establishment feel?
Well, his core support is among less educated white working class voters in the United States in every region, in New England, in Massachusetts, as well as in the Deep South. However, what we've seen in the last few weeks is that he actually has a substantial amount of support among college-educated Republicans, among secular Republicans, among religious Republicans, and the unifying theme is nationalism.
But does Donald Trump pose a threat to American democracy, as some people are fearing? Well, he's been compared to a lot of 1930s figures like Mussolini, Charles Lindbergh, the celebrity pilot who very nearly ran for the presidency in 1940 and who was a notable Nazi sympathizer, to Huey Long, the strongman governor of Louisiana, again in the 1930s, and more recently to George Wallace, the Southern segregationist, who made a bid for the presidency in 1968. Is Trump more than just a populist backlash against the establishment, the Republican establishment in particular? Or is he something worse? Is he a threat to the Republic?
No, I don't think so, because the white working class base of the Republican Party has already forced the elites to change their views on matters where there's a conflict. Working class Republicans defeated George W. Bush's plan to privatize Social Security in his second term. They have defeated comprehensive immigration reform, which would have increased immigration, twice in 2007 and then again in 2013 and 2014. So that long before Trump threw his hat into the ring, the policy positions of the Republican Party were being bent towards this greater populist and nationalist approach of the new Republican base. Even if he goes down, he may prove to be a precursor of someone more successful in the future, in the way that Barry Goldwater blazed the trail for Ronald Reagan a decade and a half later.
Now, in my own view, this election is going to be very hard to call, but the probability has to be in favor of Hillary Clinton. The middle ground is far closer to the policy positions on immigration, for example, than the let's build a wall with Mexico stance taken by Donald Trump. What does Michael Lind think?
Since he has alienated a lot of Latinos with his remarks about building a wall with Mexico and Mexican criminals and so on, unless Trump won over great numbers of white working class Democrats, of whom there are fewer and fewer in the Democratic coalition, I think it would be very difficult for him to win.
So 1 in 4 chance?
Yeah, maybe 1 in 4. On the other hand, if we're really in a secular realignment, if we're seeing the party system change radically in a way that happens every generation or two, then all bets are off.
My own prediction is this is all going to boil down to the primary in Florida on March the 15th, the home state of Marco Rubio, formerly the darling of the establishment Republicans, the man who could beat Hillary Clinton, who, unfortunately for them, though, cannot beat Donald Trump. He's only won 1 out of the 15 primary and caucus elections to have been held so far. If Rubio can't win Florida, and if Trump takes Florida, then I think this is game over.